What is a biometrics appointment? What should I expect at my biometrics appointment? And how can I potentially use my biometrics appointment to speed up my immigration case? Hey guys, my name is Marcus Wabschall. I'm an immigration attorney and I'm the founding attorney of Veritas Immigration Law, which is an immigration-only law firm located in South Florida. If you are applying for pretty much any kind of immigration benefit, whether you're doing an adjustment of status to become a permanent resident, or if you're applying for like a change of status, or if you're applying for asylum, pretty much whatever immigration benefit you're applying for, at the beginning of that process, you're going to probably have to attend what's called a biometrics appointment. And your biometrics appointment is just a very simple appointment that USCIS will require you to attend in order to basically just confirm your identity. It's an appointment where you'll walk into a local USCIS field office and it's just like a 10-minute appointment. It's not something that's intimidating or scary. And all they're going to do is take your fingerprints and take your photograph. And the purpose of this, like I said, is basically just to confirm your identity and do a background check on you. So immigration will just use your fingerprints to basically for whatever immigration benefit you're applying for at that moment. But then in the future, if you apply for immigration benefits in the future, like for citizenship or something else, they will have your biometrics on file. And they may not require you to actually attend future biometrics appointments. So just so you know how this process works, after you submit an application to USCIS, again, whether it's like any kind of change of status or adjustment of status, one of the first things that you'll get in the mail from the immigration service is your biometrics appointment. And it's just a physical letter that you'll get in the mail. Or if you have a USCIS online account, it'll show up in your online account. But basically, they're just going to give you a letter that gives you a date, a time, and a place where you need to appear for your biometrics appointment. It's best if you can just go at the time and the date that they give you. So, for example, they might send you a letter to notify you that in 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, your appointment is going to be at this date and at this time at this particular field office. And most of the time it's going to be at a field office that's closest to your physical location. So we're located in South Florida, and so most of our clients who live down here will just go attend their appointment at one of the field offices down here in South Florida. So it's not something it's not really an interview. It's nothing confrontational. It's just a very simple, easy appointment. Like I said, you'll just walk in there with your appointment notice and some kind of physical ID, your passport or your driver's license, any kind of valid government-issued photo ID. You'll need to bring it with you. Along with your appointment notice, you just walk in, you'll meet with an officer, and he'll just, like I said, take your fingerprints and take your photo. You walk in and you walk out. It's very simple. A lot of people get kind of freaked out because they're scared to walk into an immigration office, and we always just try to encourage people that this is nothing to be worried about. As an attorney, we almost never even accompany our clients to the biometrics appointment because it's just a very simple appointment. They're not really going to ask you any questions about your case, or they may not even have any updates for you about your case. All you're going to do is just go in, do your fingerprints, take your picture, and then you just leave. Before you leave, though, the immigration officer will actually take your appointment notice and stamp it. So they'll put a big red stamp on it and give it back to you just as proof that you completed your biometrics appointment. And usually we ask our clients to give us a copy of that, stamped biometrics notice so that we have the proof that you actually attended. One of the benefits of the biometrics process is that it's really flexible. Okay, so what I mean by that is if you can't, for some reason, attend your biometrics appointment at the date and the time that immigration gives you, it's very easy to reschedule it. So sometimes you might have a commitment, like you're traveling, or maybe you're actually like not feeling well, you're sick or something like that, it's very easy to call in to the immigration service and reschedule it, or you can actually do it online nowadays. You can actually like go online and pick your own date and time to reschedule it. So that's very simple. If you have previously applied for some other immigration benefit, like in the past, a lot of times the immigration service will actually waive the biometrics appointment so that you don't have to even go. So if this is not, again, if this is not your first time applying for some kind of immigration benefit, it's possible that you won't actually have to attend your biometrics appointment. In that case, you would still get a letter in the mail from the immigration service, but it would just be notifying you that your biometrics are already on file and you don't need to attend. So in that case, you don't need to worry about going in at all. One tip that I want to give you guys about using your biometrics appointment as a possible way to kind of speed up your case a little bit. So how can you do this? Well, it kind of has to do with the flexibility with the rescheduling that I talked about. So usually what happens when you get your biometrics appointment, it'll usually come maybe 1 or 2 weeks after your initial filing. So you'll get your biometrics notice in the mail, and it'll usually have a date that's like sometime in the future. It'll be like 2 or 3 or even 4 weeks into the future. So I'm filming this video in May of 2024. Maybe you'll get a biometrics notice today, but it won't be until like June, or maybe not for 3 weeks from today. Well, most field offices are really flexible with letting people just walk in and do their biometrics appointment, even if it's not on the date that's listed on your notice. So sometimes this happens to people where they'll actually show up late. Well, they'll miss their appointment for some reason, and they'll walk in late after their appointment notice, like a day or two or a week later. And usually the immigration service really doesn't care. They'll just kind of let you walk in and complete your biometrics anyways. I think by regulation, there's like an 87-day period where they're supposed to let you come in and do it. Obviously, you don't want to wait 87 days. That's pushing it a little too much. You want to go, on the date that you're scheduled for. But anyways, one of the ways that you can potentially speed up your case is actually try not to wait like the full 3 or 4 weeks. If you get your biometrics notice and it's like 3 or 4 weeks into the future, just try to walk in the next day. If you can get in like the next day after you get your notice in the mail, it's possible the immigration service will actually just let you walk in, complete your biometrics early, and then your case will continue processing, 2 or 3 or 4 weeks ahead of schedule. So what that means for you is that your case will keep processing faster, and maybe you will get your employment authorization and Social Security approvals issued, potentially 3 or 4 weeks faster than if you just waited until your date, whenever that was going to be in the future. So that is one good way to potentially use your biometrics to speed up your case. Otherwise, like I said, you're just kind of your case is just kind of pending until your biometrics is completed. The faster you can get the biometrics completed, the faster your case will resume processing and your approvals will get issued. Okay? So if you guys have any questions about the biometrics process, I will put our phone number and our contact information on the screen. You can contact us at any time. We're happy to help you and make sure you guys have all your questions answered. Thank you.